Have you ever wondered how the relationship between India and Pakistan evolved to what it is today? Unraveling this intricate tapestry takes us back to the year 1947, a momentous time in the annals of South Asia. In August of that year, the partition of British India took place, birthing two sovereign nations, India and Pakistan. This historical event was not just a geographical division, but a profound cleavage based on religious differences and contrasting political ideologies. The predominantly Hindu India and the primarily Muslim Pakistan were carved out of the same cloth, their destinies intertwined yet divergent. The decision to partition was driven by a multitude of factors. Foremost among these was the desire for a separate homeland for India's Muslim population, as championed by the All India Muslim League. This demand was starkly contrasted by the Indian National Congress's vision of a united, secular India. The gulf between these two perspectives was vast and irreconcilable, leading to an inevitable split. Yet the partition was far from a clean break. It set off one of the largest mass migrations in human history, as millions of Hindus and Sikhs headed towards India, and Muslims moved towards Pakistan. This massive human upheaval was marred by communal violence, with estimates suggesting that up to 1 million lives may have been lost in the ensuing chaos. This tumultuous period was the crucible from which the India-Pakistan relationship was forged. From the ashes of partition, two nations emerged with distinct identities but shared histories and memories. The echoes of that time continue to reverberate in the corridors of power in both nations, influencing their policies and attitudes towards each other. The partition sowed the seeds of a complex relationship between the two nations, marked by several conflicts and attempts at peace. As we delve deeper into this narrative, we'll explore how these seeds have sprouted into a forest of political, military, and socio-economic challenges that continue to shape the India-Pakistan relationship today. The history of India and Pakistan is marred by several wars and conflicts. What were they about? Let's delve into the heart of the matter. The first major conflict, the Indo-Pakistani War of 1947, broke out just after both nations gained independence. The crux of this war was the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. Its ruler chose to accede to India, sparking a conflict that ended with a UN-brokered ceasefire, leaving Kashmir divided between the two nations. Fast forward to 1965, and we witness another Indo-Pakistani war, again primarily over Kashmir. This war was characterized by large-scale tank battles and ended in a stalemate with the Tashkent Agreement signed under the auspices of the Soviet Union. Next came the 1971 war, a watershed moment in the history of the subcontinent. This war was not about Kashmir, but about the liberation of East Pakistan, which later became Bangladesh. India's decisive victory resulted in the creation of Bangladesh, significantly altering the geopolitical dynamics of South Asia. Lastly, we have the Kargil War of 1999, a limited conflict in the mountainous region of Kargil in Jammu and Kashmir. This war saw extensive aerial warfare and ended with India regaining control of all territories previously held. All these wars had one thing in common: they were ignited by territorial disputes, fueled by religious differences, and exacerbated by political ambitions. Each war left a deep imprint on the collective psyche of both nations, intensifying their animosity and mistrust. These wars also had economic implications. They drained valuable resources that could have been utilized for development. They led to arms races, diverting funds from social sectors like education and healthcare. The economic cost of these conflicts is a stark reminder that peace is not just a moral imperative, but also an economic necessity. In conclusion, the wars and conflicts between India and Pakistan have left indelible marks on the history of these nations. They have shaped their political, social, and economic landscapes in profound ways. Yet, they also serve as a reminder of the urgent need for peace and cooperation. These wars and conflicts have shaped the political and economic landscape of the two nations. The nuclear capabilities of India and Pakistan have added a new dimension to their relationship. How has this impacted the dynamics between the two nations? In the late 20th century, both India and Pakistan embarked on their respective nuclear programs. India's nuclear journey began in earnest in the 1970s, culminating in a successful test in 1974. Pakistan, in response, accelerated its own nuclear program, achieving nuclear status by the late 1980s. The acquisition of nuclear capabilities by both nations significantly altered the strategic balance of power in South Asia. It introduced a new factor into their relationship: the concept of nuclear deterrence. This refers to the idea that the threat of mutual destruction in a nuclear war would deter either nation from initiating a conflict. This development had profound implications. On one hand, it has arguably prevented full-scale wars, as both nations are aware of the catastrophic consequences. On the other hand, it has also led to an arms race, with each nation striving to enhance its nuclear capabilities to maintain a balance of power. Moreover, the nuclear age has exacerbated the tensions between India and Pakistan. It has increased the stakes, making every skirmish, every border dispute, and every diplomatic spat a potential trigger for a much larger nuclear conflict. The presence of nuclear weapons has also complicated the peace process. It has made negotiations more fraught, as each side is wary of appearing weak or compromising its security. This has made the pursuit of a lasting peace agreement even more challenging. Furthermore, the nuclear capabilities of India and Pakistan have global implications. The international community is concerned about the risk of nuclear weapons falling into the wrong hands, especially in a region fraught with political instability and terrorism. In conclusion, the nuclear age has intensified the rivalry between India and Pakistan. It has added a layer of complexity to their relationship, making the resolution of their disputes and the pursuit of peace even more challenging. Fast forward to today. How are the relations between India and Pakistan? A question that echoes in the minds of many. On the surface, it seems like a complex web of diplomatic ties, political strategies, and historical grudges. But let's delve a bit deeper. The current state of affairs between these two nuclear-armed neighbors is undeniably tense. Several recent events have triggered waves of discord, further complicating the relationship. One such incident was the Pulwama attack, a gruesome act of terror that shook the world in February of 2019. The attack took a toll on the already strained relations, leading to an escalation of military actions and heightened rhetoric on both sides. Another significant occurrence in the recent past is the abrogation of Article 370 by India. This move, in August 2019, revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, a region that has been a bone of contention between India and Pakistan since their partition. This decision by the Indian government stirred a pot of controversy, drawing criticism from Pakistan and international concern. These events have undeniably cast long shadows over the relations between the two nations. Yet, it's not all doom and gloom. Amidst this complex relationship, there have also been glimmers of hope, instances where the two nations have shown a willingness to engage in dialogue and seek peaceful solutions. Take, for instance, the opening of the Kartarpur corridor in November 2019, marking a rare moment of cooperation between India and Pakistan. This corridor allows Indian Sikh pilgrims to visit a holy site in Pakistan without a visa, symbolizing a potential for religious diplomacy and mutual respect. The current scenario, however, continues to be a delicate dance of power and politics. It's a relationship fraught with tension and mistrust, a product of their turbulent past. Yet, there are also moments of hope, instances where reconciliation seems within reach, offering a glimmer of optimism in an otherwise strained relationship. The current scenario reflects a complex relationship fraught with tension and mistrust, but also moments of hope, for reconciliation. Despite their strained relationship, India and Pakistan have seen significant growth since their independence. But how do they compare? Let's delve into this fascinating comparison, shall we? Beginning with the economic sphere, India, with its bustling population, has emerged as one of the world's fastest-growing major economies. The IT sector and the rise of startups have played a significant role in this growth, propelling India onto the global stage. On the other hand, Pakistan's economy, while smaller, has shown resilience and adaptability, largely reliant on agriculture, textiles, and recently, remittances from overseas Pakistanis. When it comes to social growth, both countries have made strides but face unique challenges. India, with its diverse population, has made significant progress in areas like literacy and life expectancy. However, the vast socio-economic disparities and issues like gender inequality remain hurdles to overcome. Pakistan, while making progress in areas such as literacy and healthcare, grapples with its own set of challenges, including population growth and social inequality. Let's not forget the technological realm. India has made a name for itself in the global tech industry, with its space program and IT sector becoming symbols of its technological prowess. Pakistan, while not as prominent on the tech scene, has seen growth in its telecommunication and software industries, showing potential for further development. Highlighting key achievements, India's Mars orbiter mission and its thriving IT industry stand out. For Pakistan, successful agricultural reforms and a resilient textile industry are notable accomplishments. However, challenges do persist. For India, these lie in balancing rapid economic growth with social equality, while for Pakistan, political stability and economic diversification remain key issues to address. While India and Pakistan have both made progress, their divergent paths reflect their unique challenges and successes. The future hinges on their ability to resolve their differences and foster a peaceful coexistence. As we move forward, one can only hope that these two nations, bound by history and divided by borders, will find a way to turn their shared past into a shared future.